everyone. There are my groupmates Jesslyn, Hui, and Xuanyi. We are going to present strategy investment evaluations of two companies, Farmfresh Berhad and Dutch Ready Milk Industry Berhad. Farmfresh is our main company. They are the top one dairy brand company in Malaysia, founded by Mr. Roy Donny in 2009. Mr. Roy love of nature and a profound appreciation for agriculture. Farmfresh offers superior nutrients value products such as milk, yogurt, soy milk, almond milk, and oat milk. They have their own farms and their cattle import from Australia. The farmer receive professional supervisions and using innovative technology. However, Dutch Ready incorporated in 1963 and headquartered in Petaring Jaya, Selangor. They subsidiary of a largest dairy cooperative globally. There is Friesland Combina. The brands under TLMI consist of Dutch Ready, Vegetables, and Bepic. Dutch Ready provide quality, affordable nutrients and nutrient food. They provide formula milk powder, yogurt drinks, fresh milk, and ultra high temperature milk. Now I will talk about the cluster for these two companies. First, for political factors. Farmfresh support with Malaysia's Employment Act 1955 to regulate employee benefits, working hours, and their rights. When the company follow government's rule, can earn more money and will going well. So the profit margins had grown from 6.69 in 2021, increased to 50.65 in 2022. For Dutch Ready, their collaborations with Malaysia's Investment Development Authorities and Ministries of Education, which is school milk programs. Since the government raised in energy costs due to only in limited rebounds, so their net profit margin from 3.45 in 2022 has slightly increased to 5.02 in 2023. Next, economy factors. Farmfresh proprietary products has helped to increase the revenue in 9 months at 2022. So the net profit has climbed 67% and earnings per share increased from 3.4 cents to 5.68 cents. Therefore, Farmfresh has built a higher net profit margin ratio in 2022. However, Dutch Ready, the cost of raw material increasing and cost and addition 50% into each new manufacturing brands in 2022, they face decrease in net profits from 21.87 in 2021 to 3.45 in 2022. Other than that, the continuous demands for dairy products and the growth of Malaysia's GDP due to Dutch Ready increased to 5.02 in 2023. Moreover, for social factors, Farmfresh using healthier methods to improve customer endorsement by using tractor packaging and retires clean labels. This can build buyer confidence and improve sales performance. So Farmfresh has stabilized in stock turnover ratios of 3.48, 3.27, and 3.28 between 3 years. For Dutch Ready, they optimize to meet the line of consumer lifestyle changes and help consumers. Forced by high demands and more competitors indicate slower inventory movements and delay in product transition. So they face declines of stock turnover ratios from 5.05 in 2022 to 4.32 in 2023. Other than that, technology factors. Farmfresh implement regeneration farming technology like circular agriculture. They also employ cutting-edge conservation technologies such as cold chain logistics, and ultra high temperatures to make sure the milk is fresh when distributing to the market. However, Dutch Ready applies Industry 4.0 technology at the new manufacturing facilities, like utilize digital tools to promote cutting-edge agriculture technology to enhance production capacities and quality the standard of dairy product. For environmental factors, FarmFresh integrate renewable energy sources like solar powers and biogas. This can reduce long-term costs and promote future capital returns. Therefore, their returns on capital employed from 32.09 decreased to 12.36 in 2022 and has slid off to 10.01 in 2023. Dutch Ready promotes sustainable resource efficiency dairy farming through farmer to farmers, that is self-efficiency in FarmFresh productions. This may reduce the cost. So Dutch Ready net profit margin has slightly increased from 3.45 in 2022 to 5.02 in 2023. Lastly, major factors. FarmFresh complies Personal Data Protections Act 2022 to safeguard the customer personal information, to maintain the information confidentially, and reduce the possibilities of fraud to maintain the strong quality. For Dutch Ready, they complies Malaysian Food Act 1983 and Code of Ethics of the Marketing of in France. They retires the halal certificate plans to ensure the manufacturing and good scientific regions and quality criteria. Now I will pass it to James Lee.
Now I will talking about the SWOT analysis. For the strengths of the FarmFresh, it has operated 6 farms in Malaysia and Australia, and it also plans to expand its dairy product to Philippines, Hong Kong, and also Indonesia. As well as it also received the ACC award for its sustainability and financial stability. Thus, its current ratio has improved from 0.79 to 3.54 and maintained healthy at 3.01 in 2023. However, for Dutch Ready, the strength is it has maintained strong market shares due to its brand equities and customer trust. Despite it expecting the difficulties in the second half of 2024, including the changes of foreign currency rates and the increased price, but the company also can record the net profit rose by 33.5%, and also the revenue reached 1.45 billion in 2024. On the other hand, for the weaknesses, FarmFresh revenue declined in Q3 of 2022 and also the Q4 in 2023 due to low household demands and raw materials delays, which caused its stock turnover only remained in 3.30 to 3.5 from 2021 to 2023, indicating slower product movement as also the business performance. However, for Dutch Ready, it faces the pandemic-related challenges in 2021, which has affected its staff welfare, and also the market volatilities and global dairy price expected to decline in 2023, which may lead to the investor caution, causing its P&E ratio lower in 2021 and also 2023. Now, moving to the quarter 5 forces. The first forces is competitive rivalry. Both companies has high competitive rivalry. For FarmFresh, its strong competitors will be the Dutch Ready, Nestle, Good Days, and also the F&Ns. Despite its having the higher product prices, but it also can generate the strong sales due to its superior qualities. However, its high price sensitivities than other competitors' milk has affect its revenue, which caused the net profit margins increase in 2022 but decline in 2023. However, for Dutch Ready, the strong competitor faced by it is the FarmFresh. It has a higher P&E ratios, and the expansion of its Muazzam Sham funds to increase the production has showing the stronger investor confidence and the growth expectations. The price that FarmFresh set up for its ultra heat treatment products was lower than others in the markets. So it will affect it causing the Dutch lady stock turnover ratios lower from 2022 to 2023. The second forces will be the trade of new entrants. There is low trade for both companies due to high entry barriers. For FunFresh, it is due to the high infrastructure, logistic, raw materials costs, with total of 73 million investment. Although this spending has increased the entry barriers, but FunFresh ROCE also slightly decreased over the past 3 years due to the rising operational costs. However, for Dutch lady, it is because of the regulatory barriers, brand loyalties, and significant capital investment requirement in the dairy industry lead to the new entrants hard to enter into the market. So the net profit margins and ROCE rise in 2023. The third forces will be the bargaining power of suppliers. For FunFresh, it has a low supplier powers due to in-house productions, but the cost of material is higher as they're using the glass-to-glass business model, so the markup ratios will decline in 2022. The glass-to-glass business model means that the FunFresh grows its own feeds, gathers the raw material, processing and packaging them internally before distribute them into the market. Therefore, however, for the Dutch lady, it has the high supplier power due to the reliance on imported raw materials with recorded of 110 import shipments over the past 3 years. This also increasing the uncertainty of import costs, causing a decline in net profit in 2023. Not only that, it also has direct impact on cost of goods sold, which shows by a sharply decline for net profit margins and markup ratios in 2022. The next will be the bargaining power of buyers. There is a moderate buyer power for both companies. For FunFresh, the high price sensitivities and many substitute. It has the high price sensitivities and many substitute in the markets. The consumer would prefer FunFresh milk is because of their freshness and the preservative. However, the consumer will also choose another brands because the others milk brand can offer the longer shelf life and also the lower prices. So thus it will cause in a decline in net profit of FunFresh. However, for Dutch lady, it has adjusted the pricing tactics to maintain its product affordable for their consumers. So cost in their sales increased by 3% in 2023. This has demonstrated the existence of the buyer powers and the successful of the pricing strategies, so caused a slight increase in net profit margins and markup ratios in 2023. Now, for the last forces will be the trade of substitute. There is a high trade for both companies due to the rising popularity of plant-based milk. For FunFresh, the expiration periods of its product is no longer means they need to sell fast for their product, so their stock turnover ratios have remained relatively stable. However, for Dutch lady, the market expansions for dairy substitute has increased its wages as forces its stock turnover ratio dropped in 2023. Additionally, it also will affect the Dutch lady traditional milk revenues and profitability, which shows by a decline in earnings per share from 2021 to 2023 and also a drop of ROCE in 2023. Okay, now I will pass to Wei to talk about the next part.
So now I will explain about the interpretation of calculations. These are the six ratio analysis that we have explained in the front part and we have conducted. And next is vertical analysis. So there are two: statement of profit and loss and statement of financial position. So I will explain about the statement of profit and loss first. For FunFresh Berhad, the profit for the years has large fluctuation from 2021 to 2023. In 2022, it was the best performing year with 15.67 profits, and in 2023 the profit decreased to 7.93% compared to 2022 due to the cost of sales and selling and distribution expenses have increased. So the Dutch lady companies, their highest net profit was 21.87% in 2021, and their net profit in 2022 was 3.45%. The lowest among the 3 years. Their net profit was 5.02% in the year of 2023, which caused by the gross profit in 2023. And the next is
statement of financial position in Farmfresh. Their non-current assets were the highest in 2023, which is caused by the higher in other incomes that Dutch Lady has earned. So the next is current assets that have increased from 33.04% in 2021 to 52.45% in 2022. And then furthermore, current assets, the current liabilities that decreased between 2021 and 2022 but have slightly increased to 50.80% in 2023. And next is Dutch Lady companies. Their non-current assets in 2021 are 31.24% and are the lowest among the 3 years. And furthermore, the non-current liabilities declined throughout the 3 years. And next, their current liabilities gradually increased from 2021 to 2023 due to their the tax and trade payables and provisions that increased in 2023. And next, I will be explaining about the horizontal analysis. The statement of profit and loss that Farmfresh provides is their highest increase in the 2023 revenue is 25%, with a significant rise in cost of sales. Their highest profit was in 2022. This is caused by the tax reversal and their other investments that have increased. And in 2023, the profit decreased to 49.93 million ringgit Malaysian. This is due to their gross profit increase. And next will be Dutch Lady Milk Industries. The revenue has decreased from 18.40% in 2022 to 7.72% in 2023. And the cost of sales decreased in a large proportion from 2022 to 2023. And in 2021, the company had the highest net profit compared to the other 2 years. This is due to the increase in trade provision and trade payables in 2021. And other than that, their statement of financial position in Farmfresh products, their current assets saw a significant raise of 157.66% in 2022. And then they are slightly decreased by 8.23% in 2023, which is caused by the cash and cash equivalents and the other investments have dropped. And in 2023, the loans and borrowing will grow by 69% after decreasing in 2022. This indicates that the company used a lot of loans. And the last one will be Dutch Lady Milk, that their non-current assets declined from 64.52% in 2022 to 50.76% in 2023. And their current asset dropped from 0.33% in 2022 to negative 16.59% in 2023. This is caused by the decrease in tax reversals in the 2023. So there was a significant decrease in the company long-term liabilities in 2023. This was caused by the decrease in deferred tax liabilities. So now I will pass it to Xuan Yi to explain about recommendations.
For now, I'm presenting next is recommendation. For the recommendation, Farmfresh is the best investment choice due to has higher earning per share, stronger current and quick ratios, and faster supplier payments. Based on the financial factor and non-financial factor, has performed Farmfresh well. The first financial factor is strong revenue and profit growth. Farmfresh has revenue increased 25% in 2022, by school milk contract and the new product. But in contrast, Dutch Lady was unstable profit due to high cost, inflation, and currency loss. At the same time, net profit margin has dropped to 3.45% in 2022 and slightly raised to 5.05% in 2023. So for the second point is highly stable gross profit margin. For Farm Fresh has increased the gross profit margin of over 30% the last 3 quarters of financial year 2024. But for Dutch Lady, margin was unstable due to from rising costs and currency loss. For the next is non-financial factor. The first point is vertical integration. For Farm Fresh had their own farm and facility, so can reduce supplier reliance and ensuring quality and quick delivery. For Dutch Lady, they don't have their farm in Malaysia, need to rely on Royal Frankston Capital. But for in Malaysia, has hot climate can cause heat stress which reduce cow health and milk production. For the second point is Genbank. For Farm Fresh, Genbank have 832 home dealers and 1302 agents to improve cow genes and milk quality. For Dutch Lady, they are supplier milk using Holstein Friesian cow, so will suitable to grow in the moderate temperature country. Next will be conclusion. For Farm Fresh has a better financial performance and stronger future growth, and can still keep higher gross profit margin above 30% in financial year 2024, even the costing are increased. But for Dutch Lady has a problem with rising material cost, inflation, and currency change. Besides, difficult to maintain profit and manage inventory efficiency. So for Farm Fresh is better investment choice. Next will be our Q&A section.
First question. Can you go to the faster slide? Go to social factor. For Dutch Lady, point number 2. Indicates slower inventory movement due to a delay in production transition. What do you mean by product transition?
Product transition means since the high demands and lack of the products, so the product from the suppliers will let directly to the grocery to the market.
From Dutch Lady to the grocery shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Go to the next slide. Next one. I've seen this word Horeca market. H-O-R-E-C-A.
Technology factors.
Technology factor. What is that? Horeca market.
Like hotel, supermarket, grocery shop. They call Horeca market.
Next, halal certification.
mentioned, we more focus on personal data protection because they have their own farms and have more business with other company.
Next one, good bargaining power of supplier. Bargaining power of supplier, 5 causes. Hold on, eh? No. I saw something, hold on, eh? Dutch Dairy, first point. High supplier power due to reliance on imported raw material, 110. Whose power is that? Who is the supplier who's high in power? So Dutch Dairy. Like who means in what type of supply, where they are coming from. Why you say importing is just by importing, the supplier has high power. You want to answer?
Because the Dutch Lady parent company is Christian Campina, so majority of the Dutch Lady supply is from the parent company.
So they themselves is a supplier. Then how you say they are more powerful?
No, the supplier is depends on the Dutch Lady's parent companies. The parent companies imports the raw material. Raw material is from the outside the international, so which cause the supply power is high.
The last one, last question. Can you go to, I think, comparative statement, somewhere about non-current asset. You done? There's a decline in non-current asset by 31.29%. No, before this, I think. Before this. 31.29%. Ah, okay. 4%, is it? Okay, yeah. Dutch Dairy has a non-current asset declined from 21 to 31.24% and at the lowest among the 3 years. What it means when non-current asset has declined? What could be the reason?
the non-current assets percentage.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. I'll give you the written feedback. You can off this.